With your hero, the starting unit and the first level of the towers, you are safe and you can increase the game speed. Kasike by Jabba. Kasike is back with another clip to Warlords Under Siege. Today I want to show you how you do the next step, but before I'm doing this I want to explain you my setup and showing you my card selection, and let's go. We have 6 starting hands, and what you choose in a starting hand is very important. I decided to play with Lumber Mill, Quarry and Iron Mine, which allows me from the beginning to build the 3 important mines and to get resources, wood, iron and stones. Additional, I am working with the Masonry Tools, which increases the income of stone by 100%, and the Lumberjack Tools, which increases the wood by 100%. I have already here the max level of dead cards, but also you can use them when you have the lower levels, when you are grinding for getting more gold. And last but not least, I like to start with a tower. I have here already the Ballista tower, but in the beginning I was playing with the arrow tower, and when I had arrow tower 1, 2 and 3, I was playing with this setup, and I changed it later to the Ballista tower when I got these cards. How I got so much cards? That's the next good question. And the thing is, I was choosing all my money for buying cards. I didn't make any big investment inside the main hall, so for that I was buying cards until I found what I needed. Maybe it's luck, maybe it's whatever, but I got at first the archeries to range 3, so I decided to build up a strategy around the archeries. And again, today in this round, which you will see after my explanation of my card setup, I played the archery setup. But how my archery setup is built. Obviously I needed tier 1, 2, 3 of the archery range to get all the highest levels. And also obviously I need farm to get more units, because the more higher you climb in the levels, the more units you need, because the enemies are getting stronger and all of that kind of thing. Iron Mine, I don't have the tools for them, so I have Iron Mine 2 and 3 to be always safe with this setup, to have enough resources, because you need it at the end. I am playing here with the wall 1, 2, 3, obviously, until you have that kind of tier, but you will get them very early. I will show you in the next video that wall isn't that important. But for today, we are one step back, and you're gonna see how you can grind up and getting involved your equipment, your city, and also your play game strategy. When you are playing with archers, the archers regiments is amazing important, because here you can increase the squad size of the archers, and I have already the maximum, which means I get 10 archers in each regiment. This is like close to be a double. And the influential comment increases the units what you get additional. So that means whatever you are playing, but when you have here lower tiers, you should use them. Reinforced towers helps to hold the towers longer. Reinforced walls is the same. Tough archers, very important, because I'm playing only with archers. I have no other units, and tough archers obviously help me to stay longer alive with them, because I'm fighting over the distance. I'm going to play again Western Valley. I overjump Nightmare 1, where enemies have only a little bit more health points. You can do it like in the strategy from the last time, and I'm playing directly Nightmare 2, where enemies have 200% health and they will deal already 150% damage. So it's a little bit more difficult, but with the strategy which I'm showing you today, you wanna pass this. Based on my starting hand, I'm starting always the same. At first I'm building the lumber mill, then the quarry, to have stones and wood. The third thing that I'm doing is moving my army ahead, because enemies coming only from one side, and in between I will have already the resources to create the iron mine. Next, what I want to do is building up the ballista towers or the archery towers. If you are only having the archery towers, works the same. See what the first fate card brings, and I would like to take the Archers Regiments, because there's nothing what helps me to improve my current setup really. And the Archers Regiments means when I'm getting later the Archers, I'm getting already the more higher volume of units. In my case, 10 Archers each unit. So if I would have here in that first fate card something like lumber mill or any mine, I would take that mine. Here we have the second one, I have iron mine 2, so I directly take this to improve directly my iron mine. So that means in the beginning I'm always trying to get upgrades for my resources, because with my hero and the unit where I'm running around a little bit in front of the towers, I can manage long enough to defend the waves. So most of the time I'm trying to collect the resources which they are losing and looking which kind of fate cards we are getting. Here we have the next one. That's not so great. I will take water blessing I will take. So yeah, let's take water blessing. That means I can support the unit where I'm walking around with when we are closer, so I can heal them or they can recover units when they lost some. So this was really a bad roll. Could be much more better. Hope to get soon something for my wood and stone increasement, and then I will be prepared for the later stages. Yeah, happens nothing special with this kind of setup. Here I got tough archers or the comment which increased the limit, but I think I want to take veteran archers, because when I later, it's the same like the unit increasement, and later when I'm getting my archery, I have already stronger archers, also the upgraded versions, which I will get obviously later, and I have the full amount of the units, so I can place them in the position where I like, and I don't need to walk back to the archery to upgrade them. So you see the first 5 minutes are gone, and it's going to be very relaxed. You are very safe. The only thing what you have to take care is the hit points of your hero. So there we have it, Lumber Mill 2. Always, that's my biggest hint for the moment until the stage. When you get something for your mines in the first waves, in the first minutes, always you have to pick this, because this will make it later much more relaxed. And I will walk down with my units here because my hero is a little bit in danger. That they attack the towers is not a big problem. You can repair them, but you don't need to repair them, because when you upgrade them, like I'm having here the option for Ballista Tower 2, that's more important than Iron Mine 3 from my point of view, because I don't need that much iron. Wood and stone are the most important, and iron I'm okay. So, and when you increase the towers, like you see here, this tower was close to be gone, they getting back all their health points. So you can save your resources in that case that you're increasing your towers. So what we get now, Earth Blessing helps me with the hit points of my hero. That's all not so great what I'm rolling here, but it's very relaxed, very comfortable. So, and I'm having after this short, let's say trouble, I'm having all under control. And playing here with the double speed, so all goes fast enough. Thinking about if I wanna repair this, but let's check it first, the Fate card. Now we have reinforced towers and the Quartermaster. The Quartermaster, whenever you see that in the early stage, always you have to pick it. This is like wood and stone has the first priority, Quartermaster has the third priority. Because when you later want to buy your units, you don't want to pay the full price. And if you have the Quartermaster, unimportant which level you have, you will get a price reduction. And this helps also a lot of, in the case of that you can build like you want, or you can create the units like you want. So let's go to the next one. Ballista Tower 3 would make it very, very relaxed for me. I have the resources to upgrade them, and now we are in the last level of the towers. And with this setup, you see every 10 minutes we have a boss, and after a half hour comes the final boss, and we pass already the stage where the first boss is coming. And you see we have still the starting unit, a hero which is a little bit improved in the case of the hit points, and my Ballista tower is doing a really lot of damage and over a huge distance. So you see you can manage this. Also, if they're coming a lot of, this is not a big problem. I'm focused here only on that small boss that he's gone, and the rest my towers to do. So what I will do here, I could increase my towers. Oh yes, let's improve the damage which my hero can deal. And still I have no pressure in the way of getting the archers and all that kind of stuff. And you see the towers make so much damage, you can control the complete field like you want. So here we have the trained crew. That means my towers deal more damage. It's not important if you don't have it on the maximum level already, the card. You can have it on level 1, 2, 3. You can use it already, and it helps a lot of, because improved towers in the case of damage gives you a lot of stability to control the whole attack waves. So I can improve my champion one more time. So let's give him a little bit more hit points, and let's see what waves are coming. I'm feeling very comfortable, very safe, and I did more or less nothing. You see, I built only the towers. I have no walls, gates I'm not having in my setup. I have no archers, and I'm doing very good with the resources. I have a lot of wood, enough stones, and also iron is not that bad. And I can wait until the waves are coming, protecting a little bit the caravans, and my Ballista towers do it more or less alone until here. But this will come later, that I will get a little bit of pressure. Here I'm having the next card. I'm thinking about farm, iron mine. Let's increase the iron mine to say, okay, I'm done with all the resources. All the resources cards. I think maybe one for the stone is missing. I'm not sure. And then I don't need to think about this kind of stuff anymore, and later I can be focused on my attacking and defense cards to improve my army for the higher waves which are coming. So I'm looking only on the right side, on the left side, on my hero to see if he's starting to get damage. I wouldn't have a big problem if I lose my beginning unit. Also, if I lose my hero, I can win it. It's not a big problem. And here we have the archery range, which allows me the archery buildings. And yeah, I think it's a good moment to choose. In 7 minutes comes the next boss. I need only one of them, and directly, zack, I'm building my first 2 archery units, which are fully upgraded in the case of damage and also in the volume. So now I have to run with my hero and recover him. If you lose your hero, you can win this kind of rounds without a hero. The hero is not that important. Next fate card, Vampire Blessing, to cure my hero for himself, for the damage what he is doing. If you lose him, you can manage it, you can win it, and you must think about it. To buy a hero costs 400 gold, and when you are in the process of upgrading your in the card shop and also your tower, 400 gold is a lot of. So I would try it without. I wouldn't say reinforced towers is great, so my towers are now also on the maximum. I wouldn't say, okay, let's fight for this, because you don't earn that much money in the early stages. But in the next video I will show you how you can make a lot of money and how you can farm easily to get a lot of coins or a lot of gold in a short time distance. And now we pass already the half of the game. Here I'm having tough archers, Archery Range and farm, and I want to choose farm, that I have already my buildings to create more archers whenever I need it. That's only level 1, so we have 5 farm builds. That means 5 more archers can come, and also if they are the weakest ones, directly I buy them and put them in front. The upgrade I will do later. That is not a big drama. Here tough archers to improve the hit points. That means they will be more stable. And I think I lost my starting unit, but like I say, that's not a big deal. And the archery is doing all what it needs to do. Ah, here, somewhere I lost my stone production. I didn't see it. Okay, not a big problem. Let's get it back. I mean, I have enough resources from that kind of view. It's not a huge thing. Farm 2 is great to get. I'm trying to get the maximum of units, and then I'm upgrading all of them. This is such a huge boost in the way of power of my army. So for that I'm not speeding up in the case of, oh, let's go to have the best units. Volume is, from my point of view, or is working much more better. So let's take the next 5 and put them in a line. And when I have the next possibility to upgrade, I can also put a line on the right side in front of my towers. Yeah, and that's already yeah, a huge amount of damage what I'm creating, especially in the combination with the upgraded Ballista towers. And you see the Wolf Riders are coming, but it's not a big problem. And I'm walking more or less around with my hero to pick up some more resources. It's going to be very relaxed. And soon will come the second boss. And there I have farm 3, which is the maximum level. And yeah, I decrease a little bit my speed, upgrading the farming houses and going for the new units, which means I have only 1 card left where I can get 3 units. And the next what I am doing at the end is upgrading my units. That means my archers to the demolishers at least at last level, and making my hero a little bit stronger and building walls. And yeah, that's all. Then I'm prepared already for the end fight, and you will see how this goes. So when you have this setup like you see here in this state, around 20 minutes, you can be very relaxed because you are good prepared to pass the next 10 minutes and also to be ready for the end fight. So what I take, units increase. Now I take Archery 2 to say, okay, let's start the upgrade process. And I don't take the long shots. I'm playing with the crossbowman because I'm fighting for the full damage. Now I'm missing a little bit the stones from that moment where I don't see that my stone mine was destroyed, but okay, I can still pass it. It's in that level where we are at the moment. It's not that big problem. You see, I have to wait for the upgrade until I have enough stones, but I'm still making enough damage with the units what I have. So it's not like a perfect one what I'm showing to you in the way of, oh, I need to get it all in the right way. No, here are some things are not running perfectly or not like I wanted to have. Here I will take the, yeah, let's take it, the Inspiring Presence. Everybody who's around my hero makes more damage and gets less at the same time, which is helpful for my not so strong units until here. And units which I lose, I directly recover. And after this hero, which is gone soon, you get a little bit of coins. I'm recovering my hero or the health of my hero. You have to build up only a big wall of your units and you will be protected enough. So what we can get, you see we are getting less cards. I will take the additional command unit. I doesn't have that card at the maximum level, but it's not important. I mean, I have in total 20 units, and you see with 20 units you can build up a line in front of your towers. I'm playing like very aggressive, controlled offensive, or whatever you want to call this, and trying to give as much as possible damage to every attacker who arrives, that they don't come into my area. and defending without defending elements like that. So let's increase everybody who I can increase or improve. Let's improve the status of the archers to make them a little bit better, collecting all the additional bags, whatever is inside. Most of the time it's resources, sometimes it's a little bit of gold. Everything helps. And you see I have a little bit problems with my stone production, but it's still fine, it's still okay. And now only walls are left, or the improvement of the walls, and the Archery Range I. I don't need to take Archery Range I because I don't have the resources for building up the next level. So I can make very, very tiny small walls until here. They need only wood. This doesn't affect my improvement of the archers to the crossbowmen, and collecting the additional stuff and trying to bring every unit to the crossbows. So now comes the stone golems. They are a little bit tough, but everything is manageable. You will see that will be not that big problem. I mean, I don't want to improve my game speed now here, but you can do it. It still will work. But I want to be focused in the upgrading process of my units. So, and I have wall 2 and the reinforced walls. So I will take it first, the increasement of the wall defense, to not to invest any other resources, because you need stones for wall 2 and wall 3. And it will work also without, and also my wood wall will be able to hold them back when they are coming. So crossbowmen here, taking sometimes a little bit difficult to pick up units or special units. The hero, I mean the hero you can pick up by clicking on the icon on the picture on the left side. But sometimes I'm getting also units, so I think this needs a little bit of rework in the control section, but it's all manageable. It's not like you can't play it, you can't control it. And this is at the moment more or less unimportant, because I cannot to build them until here. But this is all not a big drama. Oh, here is a lot of bags. That means coins, or more coins. I'm repairing my ballistic towers, because they are now in the last level, so I don't want to get them destroyed. Zack. Zack. The big bags are important. So there you get the most stuff inside, obviously. So trying, when there are a lot of bags, try to run for the big ones. And see, be happy about how your archers are defending the whole town. Yeah. When you reached that kind of setup, it becomes very, very relaxed. And until that level where you have them, like wall 2, wall 3 and all that kind of stuff, you can play with the lower units in the same setup. It is a little bit more stressful, obviously. It's not like looking what they are all doing, like in an auto battler. But it's still working very good. So what I'm showing here to you is already an improved version, to have more time to explain in between the stuff what I'm doing. But also with lower units you can do it, and it works also very fine with archery towers. You don't need the ballista towers, but obviously the archer towers makes a little bit less damage. So 5 minutes more and the end boss will come, and when we beat him we're gonna pass that next nightmare stage. So looking only for the big bags now, to get big stuff in the card shop. Hopefully. So, and you see when a unit breaks through the line, this is not a big problem. They are still attacking, and most of them which are breaking through, walking to the towers, don't walk to your units, and they are arriving with a very low health point bar. That means it doesn't take that long and they will fall down. So now, you see, I mean, I have unlimited wood. It's like unlimited wood, and also iron is really great. My stone improved too. So let's go. I upgraded the archery to the last tier, and let's go to improve my units to demolishers. Will take a little bit, but I would win the end fight also if I don't have all of them in demolishers, because the volume what I have and the card for improving the attack power is already enough to be able to beat it. So when I lost a tower directly, I rebuild one. That is all not a big drama. They don't want to break really through. You get only in trouble when they break in your city, but we see with this kind of setup is close to impossible. I mean, in the end fight can happen, but you are strong enough to control this. So I misclicked here a little bit. A unit, she is walking around between my gate now. You can see also you don't need a gate. This is a card wasting space. So let's put 2 units in the gate, and these 2 units can defend. You see, well done. All these golems falling down like stones or something like that. And we are going to be prepared for the big end boss fight. And the end boss fight strategy is also very, very simple. I'm putting all my archers in one group and attacking the end boss. And because the end boss needs only 1 punch to kill a unit, my hero, a tower, and all that kind of things. And when the end boss is gone, everything else is easy then. But if you don't focus on the end boss, it could be that he breaks through, here he comes, and all of them have to go in him. He could break through and destroy, for example, your archery or your stone mine. And when you lose both of them, it's very difficult to recover them. You see, he punches and directly I'm losing 3-4 units. So you go to your archery and directly bring them back, whatever you have. And also if they are not upgraded. This is all not a big deal. Attack him. He has already more than a half life lost. He is trying to break through. Don't become nervous. That golems are not a big deal when the end boss is killed. And now with this huge attacking power, what I have, he will fall down soon. Is putting out a big back, and yeah, try to get that back. It can happen that the level is fast over and you are missing that back, so try to get it. So I'm focused here on the golems which are trying to break through. You see also they are strong enough to destroy very fast when they are coming in group a lot of things. So it becomes a little bit stressful in the way of, okay, I have to be concentrated. My hero is gone already, but that's not a big deal, because I still have enough units, and you don't lose your units when you lose your farm buildings. So that's all good, manageable. And you can build units like towers now, because other units will attack at first the buildings. So, and if you are beating the first wave, that means the wave which is running to your main house or to your base house, then you are safe. And all the others at first trying to destroy all the buildings on the way, and then they attack your main house. So, but this gives you a lot of time. I mean, it's a little bit like you can calculate what the enemy is doing. It's not very smart. And this gives you enough time to catch them up and not to let them run to your base house. So, there are only a few left. I can't rebuild units anymore because I lost my archery, but that's not a big deal. All of them are close to be out of any kind of health. And when these golems are dead, the units which are following in back are not a big deal. So I'm trying to catch up the money now on the big boss box, building more towers. Towers are enough in that kind of stage, because they help with, also if they are only level 1, they help to make damage. The unit which tries to get the gold is, I think, is getting lost. Yeah, okay, not a big deal. So that's a hint. Try to directly when this box comes out, try to move one unit there to get it. Maybe I will pass this now because I'm close to killing everybody, and then the fight is over with a victory, with an expected victory. And you see there's only that small part when the end boss comes, which is a little bit stressful in the way of you have to be focused. But the rest in between is walking very relaxed around. So now I got my big box exactly in the last second. A good victory, 7,000 gold, which is not bad, but not great neither. And I hope I see you in the next video. Don't miss this out, because there I'm showing you how you can farm gold.